The SaaS business model may be under threat. Now, if you are a consumer and you look in your bank account and you see loads of subscriptions draining your bank account every month, now this is great news for you. If you're a business trying to build a SaaS product or trying to create a recurring revenue stream inside of your business through these subscriptions, then you really want to pay attention to this video, because I sat down in my school community with a Silicon Valley developer who builds AI solutions for clients. And we were talking about the disruption that's going to happen to the SaaS model. Now, in my school community, showcasing AI for business, what we do is we interview a developer every week to see what they're building for their clients, to give you an idea of how other businesses and teams are making use of AI. So it's peeling back the curtain in a way to give you inspiration and ideas on how AI is changing the game. And it's changing the game for SaaS particularly. So I've got 3 little outtakes from this discussion that I'm going to go through today that illustrates the point and explains why the SaaS business model might be under a lot of threat. And if you want to watch the full video and the full discussion, because there's so much more great nuggets of information in that chat, then go over to my school community. I'll put a link in the description. Okay, let's check the first clip.
Prompts are the apps of the future. That's kind of where I think things are heading, is agents that can build the tools for you is going to be the only subscription. A lot like how a phone used to was just one tool, and then when the iPhone came about, it was bundling a bunch of tools into one device. So you don't need a calculator anymore, you don't need a GPS, you don't need a camera, they're all on a phone. Existing consumer SaaS or business app, B2B SaaS apps are all going to be bundled into like agents that have prompts. Prompts are the apps of the future. Agents, I guess agents could be the apps of the future if you think about it that way too.
Agents are the apps of the future, kind of like how the iPhone completely changed the game. Before the iPhone, we needed a video camera, we had a TomTom GPS, we had an iPod for music, and it all got bundled into one device. Well, all of these SaaS subscriptions that we're paying for, they may well get bundled into just one subscription, and you just ask the agent to build exactly what you need. If you need a task management system, you just tell the agent what you need and it builds it. If you need something that takes video clips and cuts them down, like something like Opus Clip does, then you can ask the agent to do that. And the benefit of this is you get the functionality that you need and not a load of extra functionality that you're not interested in. So 1, you're not paying for a load of extra functionality that you don't need, and 2, it's not complicating things by having lots of extra functionality that you don't use or don't really want. It's streamlined and bespoke to exactly what you need, and you're not paying for the service, you're just paying for the hosting and perhaps the building agent like Replit, which has a $20 a month subscription. So replace all of those subscriptions with one and get used to building your own web apps. Now, at the moment, they are very, very, very good, but you do need a little bit of development knowledge to make more complex things. But that is getting way more accessible as the agents and AI models are learning and getting better. In fact, we talk a little bit more about this sort of stuff in the rest of the video. So let's check out the next clip.
That's another point that we haven't even really tapped into yet, is the benefit of these agents learning from everyone else's builds and how they solve. Though if one person discovers a good way to solve this use case, then that'll get shared with everybody, hopefully.
So what we're discussing there is the fact that these agents learn from the builds that they do for people. So if you go onto Google AI Studio or Replit or Lovable, you can actually see other builds that have been built from the community. So you don't even need to always think about what it is that you want to build. You can have a look at what other people have built and say, I want something like that, and it will spin up or build a version of that for you. There's another element to this as well. You don't even need to be all that clear with your requirements about what you're building. You say if you want to build a task management system, well, because the agent has built that for many different other people and it has the knowledge from the model, and it also knows kind of what is in these other premium task management systems, it can infer and make suggestions of what kind of functionality you may want inside of that build. So you give it a very basic prompt and it actually goes ahead and builds something that it thinks that you might want based on what it's built for other people that have built similar things. They learn from this experience. That's how powerful these things are getting. So they're becoming so accessible now. Not only do you not need to know how to code to build these things, you don't really even need to spend that much time really thinking about what it is that you want, because the agent is going to help and work with you with lots of its own ideas. After it's built something, you can just tweak it from that point onwards. So let's have a look at the next clip. But I ended up making my own task manager through Google AI Studio, just very specific to exactly what I want. And I mean, I'm not paying for the Microsoft one, but if I was, I would cancel that subscription immediately, because I'm paying pennies on the Google cloud infrastructure to host my own personalized to-do list that works specifically for what I want. And exactly. I can just see that happening more and more, especially as the thing is, there's so many subscriptions. Everyone's got a subscription model now. So it's a constant battle with your own personal finances and trying to keep the subscription count down. So in that clip there, I'm explaining how I have built my own task manager system, which is why I'm using it as an example. And I was using a task manager that was supplied by Microsoft, and it does have a paid tier on it. The thing is, when I realized that I wanted that extra functionality, I just went to Google AI Studio and I just built my own. And now I'm hosting my own task manager and I'm not paying for that subscription. So this is the power and an example of exactly what we're saying when it comes to what does this mean for businesses with SaaS models? What does it mean that as the technology from these AI agent builders gets better and better and more people realize and start using them, start building their own SaaS, their own equivalent SaaS models, their own solutions to their own problems, does that mean that less people are going to be inclined to pay that subscription for their solution, for their business? I think it does. And the thing is, we already know how many subscriptions that we have in our bank account every single month, draining our bank account. There's even SaaS products to help you manage your SaaS subscriptions. That's how crazy it has got. And I'm sure you are aware of this. I know I'm speaking to a captured audience on this one, because we all have to struggle with the amount of subscriptions that we're paying for. In fact, leave a message in the comments and tell me some of the subscriptions that you have stopped paying for recently, and give me an idea in the comments as well of what kind of things that you could build to replace some of those subscriptions. This is where we're going. In my school community, Showcasing AI for Business, not only do we see what developers are building for other businesses, which is a fantastic source of information for anybody that's running a business or wants to know how AI is being used in businesses. But we also get lots and lots of chances and ideas to talk to the developers inside that community to discuss our own problems. So have a look on school, Showcasing AI for Business. We meet weekly, and I'm also going to be putting out little nuggets of information on my YouTube channel every single week as well. So do subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do want to follow me on YouTube, check out my Udemy course or contact me for AI consultation. Just go to learnmanagementonline.com. You can see all the services that I offer there. And again, thanks for watching, and thanks for Jake and his build of Write Zero, which we discussed in that video. It is on school, so you can check it out there. Again, thanks for watching. Goodbye.